What's going on, everybody? What's going on? This is Dr. Holly Mays with Daily Manna. Man, listen, I am excited to bring this show to you this morning. Listen, we have an interesting show for you today. And just like Marriage Exposed, I'm going to take this a couple of series. All right, we're gonna definitely go to maybe two or three series on this. Okay, parts on this because I think this is a wonderful topic that we need to be talking about. I've had numerous people call me and be like, "Hey, Dr. Mays, if you don't mind, can you please talk about this?" And I said, "All right, man, I got you." So I don't have a problem talking about it. Listen, do me a favor, man. Since I got you guys on, as you guys know, man, we just started. We got the new studio. We got everything looking pretty cool, man. So we're running this thing. So I need you guys to make sure that you are connecting with us via Spotify, Apple Podcast, but also go and make sure that you are connecting to our YouTube channel, okay? I'm telling you right now, it is awesome. Also, hit us up on Instagram and also on Facebook. Listen, we are talking about, man, y'all ready for this one? Y'all ready? All right. We are talking about baby mama, baby daddy drama. Whose fault is it anyway? Baby mama, baby daddy drama. Whose fault is it anyway? We need, man, I'm telling you right now, this was a major topic for us to really talk about. And like I said, I had a lot of people calling me, a lot of marriage couples, a lot of relationship couples that have had this issue, and they just really wanted to know, man, how in the world did this even start? Like, what is baby mama, baby daddy drama? And listen, let's not act like it doesn't exist. Let's not act like it just doesn't exist, okay? So we're gonna dip into that a little bit, man. We're gonna really hit some good things. But more than anything, man, we're going to sit up and we're going to make sure that we tackle some tough questions. Listen, I'm going to open this thing up as well. If you guys decided that you want to chime in, please comments, okay? Please comment. Make sure that you guys are actually commenting on this, and that way we can handle your questions, okay? Once again, we are dealing with baby mama, baby daddy drama. What fault? Whose fault is it anyway? All right. Before I do anything, man, I want to give a shout out to a lot of my sponsors. I want to make sure that you guys know what's going on. The first and foremost thing, we want to make sure that you guys know to be with us tomorrow at 2:30 on Dallas Confidential TV, right here in WPS Studios. We're going to be here Saturday live 2:30. Listen, we are in episode, what is this, 5? What is this, episode 5? Okay. Well, episode 5. I'm going to say episode 5. They may correct me. It may be episode 4. But anyway, we're halfway through, guys, our 10 pilot run. So we are excited, man. We're steady growing, developing. And listen, we have a wonderful topic and discussion for you guys on Saturday. And listen, I enjoy working with this group because there's so many different opinions and insights on certain things. So I'm excited to work with them. But you guys make sure you catch us every Saturday at 2:30 right here at WPS Studios, live on Facebook. Also, check out our YouTube channel. Please go to Instagram, man. Make us your friend. And if there's any topics you want us to talk about, let us know. Also, it is still on, guys. Make sure you young men, hey, make sure you guys get equipped and get ready for May 22nd through the 24th. We're still doing our first annual men's conference right here at 900 East Beltline Road, DeSoto, Texas, 75115 at Kingdom Faith Empowerment Center. We have a wonderful lineup of preachers, pastors that are going to impart into you. And we even have a workshop on the 23rd with Apostle Vanell Warren and Apostle Kevin LeGrone. As of right now, everything's still a go. We're about 3 to 4 weeks out. We're about three and some change out. So please make sure you mark your calendar and make sure that you are making yourself available for that. And I would be remiss not to invite you guys to come out to Kingdom Faith Empowerment Center, where we are streaming live every Tuesday at 1 and 7 p.m. and also at Sunday at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. I know that they just opened up everything. Y'all don't be crazy. All right, listen, we still live streaming, okay? We are not inviting, I'm not allowing my church to open up. I don't care what nobody say, I'm not allowing my church to open up because my job is to take care of the people of God. And right now, until the Holy Ghost tell me that it's safe, I am not opening up. I don't care what the governor say. So listen, we are still live streaming, so join us via social media. Also, check out our YouTube channel as well. Or you can just visit our website at kfecdallas.com. Listen, man, once again, I'm excited about doing this show because guess what? Everybody I seem to know seem like they have baby mama drama or baby daddy drama. And once again, that may not be you, okay? But do me a favor while we're going through this show, make sure you guys share it. I need to see some hearts. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you invite some people because this is going to be a great show. All right, so let's kick it off right now, okay? So let's talk about this for a second. What is baby mama drama? Okay, what is baby mama drama? Let's take a look at it. Okay, let's really look at that because when we look at that baby mama drama or baby daddy drama, I'm just gonna give because I have a baby mama. I don't like really using that term. Well, before I do anything, let me see. Is that even a derogatory term? Y'all give me your comments. Do you think if you have a child by another woman that you're probably not with or whatever and they say, oh, that's my baby dad or my baby mama, is that a negative term? Is that a bad connotation? Because I hear like when people are pissed off, like women are pissed off, they're like, oh, that's my baby daddy. But when they're not pissed off, they say, oh, that's my son's father. You know what I'm saying? Is that like a different term? Because technically, daddy and father are the same thing. I understand we want to make it cute and say, oh, well, just because you're a dad doesn't mean you're a father. Well, yeah, it does. If you want to be technical. So, I understand we try to make points with it, but is baby daddy a negative term? Or is that just the reality of what it is? And I'm being real with you. Is that the reality? You're your baby daddy because, or son's father. It depends on how intellectual you are, or how kosher you are, or connected to the other individual maybe. But technically, it's the same thing. Okay. Because I want to know, when did it become a negative connotation? My wife trips with me all the time, like, oh, you my baby daddy. Well, that's technically true. You know what I'm saying? If you take emotions out of it, yeah, it's technically true. All right, but I want to know what is baby mama or baby daddy drama? Can there be son's father drama or son's mother drama? You know what I'm saying? Or daughter mama? Can we call it that too? Or is that like a too long term? I'm just asking because I'm trying to get to the bottom of it, because at the end of the day, I want to know how it all happened. I want to know why it's even a situation. So we're going to explore some things, man, that I believe is the reason and the culprit behind, somebody having baby mama drama or baby daddy drama. So let's go all the way back to the beginning, because there's always a beginning. All right? There's always a beginning. Before I do that, do me a favor, guys. Make sure, if you would like to sponsor Bishop Chronicles podcast or Daily Manna, you're more than welcome to do that. Whether you have talents or gifts, or you want to operate on an internship capacity, you're more than welcome to do so. Just text or call me, Dr. Holly Mays, at 214-325-3529. Again, that's 214-325-3529. 3529. If you would like to be a supporter of the show, be a sponsor, and financially help us get some great things that brings you great content, you are more than welcome to do that by Cash App at $ Dr. Holly Mays. Again, let's get back to it. Why did this stuff happen? So let's talk about the things that people don't like talking about, okay? So why is it that we always forget when it comes to baby mama drama or baby daddy drama? We always forget how it all started. We always forget, wait, hold on just a second. You were infatuated by me. I was infatuated by you. You liked me. I liked you. You thought I was sexy. I thought you were sexy. And all of a sudden, all that changes when a child comes into play. And I get it. I've learned, and I said this on Marriage Exposed, there will never be 50-50 when it comes to marriage, just like there will never be 50-50 when it comes to raising a child. My son's mother is so upset because she swears it should be 50-50. Now, he lives with her in Seattle, Washington, But she thinks that it should be 50-50 when it comes to parenting. And I have other children. So my whole thing is how did it get so messed up when we used to love on each other, we used to hug on each other and all of that? If somebody could comment on that, that would really make me happy, because I don't understand how the switch came. Because if a child had never been born, my question is, would y'all still be together? Would y'all still be having sex? Would y'all still be doing this? Or did the situation transpire when the child was because of something that was done to the child? You understand what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure it out, because I hear so many relationships sit up here and say, well, listen, I got a problem with his baby mama, or I got a problem with his baby daddy, her baby daddy. And I'm like, well, hold on. How is that? How did that happen? And we're going to talk about a person being bitter. We're going to talk about a person being upset and mad, because a lot of times we don't want to deal with the fact that your baby mama, or you as the baby mama or baby daddy, is still upset that somebody didn't want to be with you. But deep down in that dark place, you are still upset and mad because somebody didn't want to be with you. Let's just keep it 100. Because 9 times out of 10, baby mama and baby daddy issue does not happen until somebody else get in another relationship. Let's just keep it real. All right? If you are by yourself and you doing bad or whatever, let me tell you, they do not mess with you. They mess with you when they think that you are taking care of another family better than you taking care of whatever child that y'all have with them. Let's just be honest with that. And a lot of people don't want to admit it. A lot of people don't want to sit up here and say, oh, you know what? You're absolutely correct. I am still pissed off because my son's mother got with a man that's doing more than me. And now they got another child, and it looked like that child is having a better time than my child. And that's when it happens. And it also happens, watch this now, it also happens when the child does not stay with the other parent. Okay, I know people won't admit this, but when the child does not stay with the other parent, guess what? That's when baby mama, baby daddy drama happens, because the parent that's actually with the child, so to speak, it feels like they're taking on all the burden, whether it's a man or woman, because I kept my son for a whole year. And let me tell you something, I really felt like, hey, I'm taking on the whole burden. I felt like that I'm taking on all the responsibility. I'm taking on all the struggle and the situation and the issues and the waking up in the middle of the night and having to feed them and having to clothe them. I'm taking on all those issues, and the mama is sitting over there doing whatever you want to do. So I understand the mindset. I understand what it is when, someone is saying, wait, hold on, I think it should be 50-50, or they feel some type of way as if you got freedom to go and do this and go and do that. But in reality, I got to sit over here and take on this burden. So I understand the ideology or the mindset or the psychological situation when it comes to being a parent and the other parent is away. But is that cause for drama, or does communication help that? Does communication help that? If two parents communicated, because one of my son's mother, watch this. My ex-wife, we can communicate. When she got something to say, she said what she got to say. My other son, my middle son, my middle son's mother, and not to make it seem like I got a whole bunch of baby mamas sitting up out there. I don't. I only got one child mother. I have an ex-wife. But just to be transparent. But at the end of the day, one of them is communicative. One of them will call and be like, hey, listen, I want to holler at you. Hey, we need to talk about this. If she's feeling some type of way, she'll tell you. The other one is just straight up bitter. Like mad, upset, frustrated. You know what I'm saying? And my question would be like, well, why? Oh, well, you don't do this, you don't do that. Well, I mean, let's just keep it in perspective. Y'all stay in one whole household, and I stay in another, and that's where the frustration comes in. I'm just going to address it. That's where the frustration comes in with a lot of baby mamas and baby daddies, is the fact that you stay in one household and you got this whole thing going on over here, and they stay in another household and they got this thing going over here. And Lord forbid if things are just not working out. Things are just not working out. Now, the question is what does that do for the new person that's coming in? They got to walk into this situation. They got to be able to listen and rationalize. Wait, hold on. You got a problem with your son's mother, but yet your son's mother's problem, or your son's father's problem is the new guy or the new woman. because they're treating you better, or your life is getting better, or this, that, and the other. And that's not every case. It could be some true, legitimate, hey, your baby daddy is, or your son's father is just not doing anything. But you have to weigh, is he not doing anything, or is she not doing anything, or are they not doing what you want them to do? And I'm only saying that because, watch this, everybody is different when it comes to parenting. Everybody is different when it comes to parenting, and no one wants to sit up and say, wait, hold on, let me tell you my parenting style. Because 90% of the times when you have baby mama drama and baby daddy drama, you just have that one child with that person. Okay? And very seldom you got multiple children with a person to say we got baby mama drama or baby daddy drama. You normally got one child with that person, and you got that person, and that person is pregnant, and that person is over there by themselves with that child, and you're over doing whatever, normally it's the man, and now someone is saying, okay, you're not doing what I expect you to do, whether it's male or female, because there are some baby mama issues. Let's just be honest, baby daddy issues, and it's not because the dad is tripping, it's because the mama tripping. And a lot of times we don't address women that got issues. Let's just put it out there. We don't address women that got issues with handling business with their child. Just because the child, let me say this. And I know some women gonna beat me up on this, but just because the child stay with you don't mean you taking care of it right. Just because you take the child to school, you don't mean you taking care of them right. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I've had for the longest issue, and somebody may agree or disagree, I've had the longest issue with having to deal with whether a woman can raise a man or not, a boy or not, into a man. Real talk. And at some point, as a parent, I think you should contact the father and say, hey, listen, he's getting to a point to where you need to take over. But a lot of women don't do that because even women can have pride. And we don't talk about the pride of women. A woman can say, well, hey, I can do it better, when in reality, it's not, it's your time to give it up, just like with a man. And you got a daughter. Now, unless the woman is totally out of the daughter's picture, then that's different. Because one of my spiritual sons, his son's daughter's mother was totally out of the picture for like 5 years. So I understand the raising point thing. But at some point, someone needs to say, wait, hold on, you're getting to a point to where I don't know anything about this. Especially if you've had damaging men or bad men in your life. If your father was not a good father, if your uncles were trash, if your brothers was trash, and now you trying to raise a son, the only thing you're going to do is try to make them polar opposite of the people that disgust you. So you're going to instill qualities and things in him that show the opposite of what you've had an issue with growing up, which could cause psychological damage and beat down, because that doesn't really make them a man. They need to be with their father. Now, that's if the father is willing. Just like a daughter needs to be with her mother if the mother is willing. You see what I'm saying? But we have so much pride, and that's where the drama comes in. The drama comes in because we got so much pride. We got so much, hey, listen, I don't need him. I don't need her. When in reality, yes, you do. And sometimes when a phone call is stopping on one end, the other one need to pick it up. But we don't want to do that. And that's where this baby mama drama, baby daddy drama comes in, and it's crushing relationships and families with children. That's why children are out of order. That's why children are tripping, because you got two adults that can't act like adults for the child. They just can't. One is going to always play the blame game. And it doesn't matter whether it's truly the man's fault. It doesn't matter when it comes to the child. And now you created a disruptive child, because the child is not oblivious to the chaos and the feuding and the mess that's going on within their household between the mother and the father, whether they stay together or whether they don't. And a lot of times we think just because they don't stay together, there's not chaos. Yes, it is, because guess what? When you talk to someone on the phone and you're having an argument or a fussing, and you're saying, oh, you don't do this, you don't do that, that child hears it. And not only does that child hear it, that child reacts to it. And we can't ignore the reaction of a child. And we'll get mad because the child is fighting at school, or we're getting mad because the child is cursing, or the child wants to smoke at an early age, or dress like a hoodlum or this, that, and the other. We'll get mad at that, but we don't want to look at what we do. And the reason for a lot of children's behavior is because of the behavior of the parents. It is. It's because of the behavior of the parents. And they hear this baby daddy drama, baby mama drama, and you'll say, like I had one of my sons, she was like, well, I'd never say nothing bad about you, but your reaction or your action may be bad. Sometimes what you say is nonverbal. It's not always verbal. Okay? Real quickly, guys, I want to take a break, man, and I just want to go back over some shows and go over some events that we got going on, all right? Real quickly, guys, if you want to support the show, man, you want to be an intern, you want to come help Bishop Chronicles podcast grow. You want to help, and you want to help in public relations. You want to help with cameras and videography, whatever you want to do. Hey, listen, we are asking people to volunteer and come and be an intern for our show, man, and help us grow and become internationally known. If you want to do that, please text, call 214-325-3529. Or if you want to be a supporter of the show, man, you really want to help us get more lighting, you want to help us with the mics, you want to help us with headsets. These headsets, kind of getting old. You want to help us with new programs, whatever the case may be, your dollars help, okay? So you're more than welcome to Cash App us at Dr. Holly Mays, Dr. Holly Mays, $ in front of it, okay? Real quickly, guys, make sure you guys join us tomorrow at 2:30 for Dallas Confidential TV, where me, my co-host Dunn and Ryan Russell and Shook Johnson, we talk about a very interesting topic, things that are going on around Dallas, things that interest you the most, and we put an interesting spin on it. So make sure you guys follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and on YouTube as well. Listen, man, 22nd through the 24th of May is still on, y'all. First annual men's conference. We want you guys to be there, man. Get your children, get the young men. We want to impart into them. Got a great workshop on the 23rd, man, that we want you guys to be a part of. And, man, we want you to come out and have fun with us. And also live streaming, man, at Kingdom Faith Empowerment Center. It does not stop, y'all. I don't care what the mayor said. I don't care what the governor said. Hey, we're going to take precaution. So listen, no more than 10 inside the building, but you can always be with us on live streaming every Sunday at 2 and 7 p.m., every Tuesday night at 1 and 7 p.m. Listen, if you want to be a blessing to Kingdom Faith Empowerment Center, you're more than welcome to give at our website, kfecdallas.com, or you can do me a favor, man. You can always text by giving. We'll get that information to you as soon as possible. Listen, let's get back to it. What are we talking about? We are talking about baby mama drama. Whose fault is it anyway? Listen. So we are talking about this, man, and we're really having and a lot of people don't like talking about this discussion. And the reason why we don't like talking about this discussion, because now you have to sit down and you have to really analyze whose fault it is. You have to analyze, wait, hold on, what am I doing wrong? What am I not doing wrong? Is it me? Am I still bitter? And a lot of times we don't want to talk about, are we bitter? We don't want to say, listen, I still got a problem with what you did. I still got a problem with what you said. I still have an issue with who you're with. I have an issue with the fact that we didn't communicate well enough to iron out our hashes. And believe it or not, it's always an infatuation with one parent to the other. I don't care what you say. And let me say this to people right now. Just because that is your baby mama or your baby daddy or whatever the case may be, let me be honest with you. That does not mean that all of a sudden you don't like them. Okay, let me say that right now. That does not mean y'all quit acting like just because, now that's your baby mama, your baby daddy, you don't love them no more. That's a lie. Yes, you do, because you laid down and had that baby with them. And don't always use inebriation as a way of saying, I was drunk. No, you were sober enough to know what you were doing. The turning point was when somebody found out somebody was pregnant. Okay. And the issue with that is that, listen, no child should ever feel unwanted. The parents should always work as hard as they need to work to be able to let that child know, hey, listen, even if your dad doesn't call, we're going to call your dad. Even if your mother doesn't call, we're going to call your mother. It's the parents' responsibility, not the child's responsibility. And sometimes people get busy, you know what I'm saying? But the causes, we're going to talk about the 5 causes of baby mama, baby daddy drama in just a second. The 5 causes of baby mama, baby daddy drama in just a minute, because watch this now. A lot of times people just don't even realize what it was that caused this. We don't even like talking about what caused this issue. Why is it that I can't stand you? Why is it that, I talk about you? Why is it that, I think you this and I think you that? As if, and here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing, whether we want to admit it or not, a lot of people don't even like admitting that you're just as wrong as the other person. A lot of times we just don't like saying, okay, and I'm included, we don't like saying, wait just a second. You know what? I'm just as at fault or just as wrong as you. There are some things I could have done better. There are some things you could have done better. Okay, and a lot of times we don't like saying that. We don't like really agreeing and saying, wait just a second. Just as wrong, just as you being is wrong, and I'm not doing this, that, and the other. Wait, hold on, you didn't do this. Everybody always wants to point blame. So watch this, the 5 causes of baby mama, baby daddy drama. Watch this now, I'm going to tell you, is the fact that you didn't want, the first one is, okay, there's probably no God in the house. Okay, I'm going to say that. One of the biggest reasons why people have baby mama, baby daddy drama is because there is no God somewhere. And the only reason I'm saying that because the Bible says that God is love. So in order to forgive, you have to have love. So if God is love, in order to forgive, you got to have God. And the reason why this colloquialism, this metaphoric term, baby daddy, baby mama, is so vicious is because we've applied it to somebody that we don't want to forgive. We'll claim that we can forgive them, but we really don't forgive them. We cannot let go that he cheated on you. You cannot let go that she cheated on you. You can't let go that he don't call as much as you think he should. You can't let go that she in another relationship. We don't know how to forgive. So the biggest number one reason why there ends up being baby mama and baby daddy drama is because there's no God. And I don't care. Here it is. I don't care if you go to church. I don't care if you're on the pastoral staff. I don't care if you're the preacher child. I don't care who you are. If you got a problem with forgiveness, you got a problem loving God. I'm just going to be honest with you. And whether somebody wants to admit it or not, that's the hard, cold truth. That's the hard, cold truth. We don't like admitting that we are wrong. We don't like admitting that, wait, we could have done something better. We don't like admitting that, wait, just a second, if I would have communicated better or if I would have done that. We don't like admitting that because we have a problem with forgiveness. We don't want to forgive someone that we feel has morally messed us over or lied to us. We don't want to do that because in our mind, and I say in our mind, we feel like, wait, why should I forgive you when you are wrong? But we never ever look at it, and I talked about this the other day, we never want to look at what caused them to be. Every action, there's a reaction. Every action, there's a reaction. And my wife don't agree with me on this, and I understand that. But I believe that people don't cheat for no apparent reason. I'm sorry. People do not just all of a sudden act out of alignment with the way they actually were when you met them. People don't do that unless situation and circumstances happen. There's always something else that goes on. And I'm just a person to try to find out what the problem is. If you all of a sudden have been my ace coon boom for the years, but now you can't stand me or you tripping on me or you lying on me, something happened. So if I value that friendship or that relationship, whether it's valuing the relationship because in this case, my children or whatever, if I value that relationship, I'm going to find out, well, what happened? We're going to get to the nitty gritty and we're going to find out, wait, hold on, what was going on? What happened? Why is this the way it is? And see if we can rectify it before it goes downhill and get with my son. Because a lot of times we don't want to deal with the fact that your lack of forgiveness causes a whirlwind of issues. Because you can't forgive, it causes an atmospheric pressure that flows downhill into that child. And that's why that child ends up in some situations in school or end up in a lifestyle. The second reason why baby mama dramas or baby daddy drama issue goes into effect is because of lack of communication. Lack of communication. Listen, I'm gonna be very transparent. When my son's mother said, "Hey, listen, I don't love you anymore," emotionally, I went into a whirlwind. I'm just gonna be honest with you. This was years ago, and I went into an emotional whirlwind, and I left. I'm gonna be honest with you. I left my son with her, and I left. Now, I didn't leave without communication, but I left. And I didn't communicate with her why I left. I just left because it hurt me so bad that, hey, listen, you dealing with some other person, and I'm saying that to say this. If I would have asked a better question, and watch this now, this is going to blow your mind. If I would have asked a better question, that better question is, hey, what would have happened if I would have asked her, how did you end up with this other guy? What was it that I was not doing? Oh, and it ain't even got to be to salvage that relationship. It could be to get better in the next one. The reason why I need to communicate with you is because I don't want to always be in a relationship that I'm the reason why it failed. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times we don't want to hear that, especially men. We don't want to hear that we're the problem, whether it's, hey, you're not not you're not you don't look the way, whatever the case may be. But we should communicate so that we can be able to say, wait, hold on, how do I get better? Even for a woman, most of the time women are so busy bashing men that they don't even understand that, wait, hold on, you got some flaws too. The reason why, and I'm not condoning this, but the reason why it ends up being baby mama, baby daddy issues, and the reason I don't want to deal with my son is because I don't want to deal with you. I'm just going to keep it 100. And we don't want to talk about that because we can't communicate. We're yelling, we're screaming, we're cussing, we're fussing. Everybody is out of character and is connecting with my son. And I don't want to have to sit up here and have to deal with that. So what I will do is I will disconnect from you in order to make sure that I don't have to deal with you. So I may not have to deal with my son because I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with my daughter because I don't want to deal with you. You understand what I'm saying? So when we talk about baby mama, baby daddy issues, we have to look at the fact, wait, hold on. Whose fault really is it? Whose fault really is it? Is it your fault? Is it my fault? Or is it nobody's fault? We just a victim of circumstance. And when you become a victim of circumstance, what happens is that you now say, okay, well, it just happened this way. It just happened this way. And sometimes you just got to understand when, hey, listen, we had a night, we had a problem. Hey, we were this, that, and the other, and this happened. And because it just happened, now we have to be mature adults about it. But that means that we have to be able to communicate. We got to be able to talk. It can't be on your time all the time. It can't be your way all the time. And the reason, watch this, we don't like talking about these issues because we don't want to have to examine ourselves. We don't want to have to sit up here. We don't want to have to sit up here and tell ourselves, wait just a second. I'm the reason for this issue. I'm the reason why this is failing. I'm the reason why that person is leaving. I'm the reason. If I would have examined myself, watch this. If I would have examined myself and been more transparent with myself, I might would have still been with my ex. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm in love with my wife. Don't get it twisted. But at the end of the day, we wouldn't have severed a relationship. Because sometimes when you don't have a relationship, that means you don't even have friendship. So now that makes it a strain because guess what? You're operating like two strangers with a common bond called a child because you can't communicate. And that's the second biggest reason why baby mama, baby daddy dramas exist is because cats they can't talk. You call, all you want to do is tell her what she not doing. You call, all you want to do is tell him what he ain't doing. You done skip the fact that the son made a C or a daughter made a D in class. You done skip the fact that they just had ballet tryouts and they feeling bad. You just skip everything is about, you don't communicate. And because we don't communicate, guess what? You sever a relationship that could have been fixed if y'all had just had a conversation with one another. For real. A lot of baby mamas and baby daddies just don't want to communicate because we attach a term to people where it's a negative connotation. And now instead of saying, well, no, that's Derek. That's my son's father, which is what he is. Oh, that's my baby daddy. And anybody you tell that automatically feels like whether he's the greatest guy in the world or that she's the greatest woman in the world, because of that term, you make them feel like trash. Or you make them sound like trash because you can't communicate enough to realize that, wait, they're really a genuinely good person. We just didn't work out. And now it's not about us, it's about the child. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who calls who. long as communication happens. If I didn't call my son, why didn't my son call me? The parent is responsible for that. Just like if she don't call me, I need to be responsible to call my son. You understand what I'm saying? But either way it go, communication needs to happen. Communication needs to happen. That's the second biggest reason why baby daddy, baby mama drama always happen. The third biggest reason that baby mama, baby daddy drama happens is because of no support. No support. Listen, I talk to women all the time, and it's mostly women. It is. It's mostly women that are stuck with a child, and I don't mean it like it sounds, but they are stuck with a child that the man, is not there for, or he's out doing his thing while she's trying to handle and handle her business with the child. And the biggest thing is hey, listen, we don't have to have communication with you, but support. Support, whether it's financially through child support, whether it's, hey, make sure you see your child every other weekend. Y'all know how that go if you got kids and not with the mama or the daddy. Whatever the case may be, but I need you to support, whether it's emotionally, physically, because I know people that can't support financially, but they can support psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, physically. You know what I'm saying? They do everything for the child, but they're just not there financially. You understand what I'm saying? Not because, they got it, they won't give it, but maybe they're going through a hard time. But the fact of the matter is when you just don't support, period. But here's the thing. When someone wants to support, make it easy for them to support, ladies and gentlemen. Make it easy for them to support. Quit sitting up here making it difficult for somebody to support you in raising a child, male or female. It does not matter. Quit making it difficult. Let me tell you something, and I'm going to tell you something my daddy always told me. Once you involve those people in your life, they will always be in your life. That makes it difficult to have a relationship and a bond with the significant other when you always include those folks in your life. Y'all know who I'm talking about when we say those folks. Okay? Let me hurry up and get out of here. So the third thing is no support. The fourth thing is, which the reason why you got baby mama, baby daddy issues, the fourth thing is other people. Oh my God. Other people. If you don't like your baby daddy, don't tell your mama. Don't tell your sister. Don't tell your cousin. Because what they do is go tell somebody that they know. And now this man is walking around, watch this now, walking around on eggshells because he's going into an environment that's negative and that's not conducive with him or his manhood. Same thing with a woman. Don't sit up here and tell some other dude that she trash just because she don't do what you do or just because you don't like how she did things. Don't do that. Don't do that. You respect her at all times. Why? Because you have a child and you want your child, male or female, to respect the opposite sex. Beat up your baby mama or your baby daddy because guess what? You got a problem with them and you want the world to know about it. That's not their business. You're acting like a high schooler. I told one of my sons, my ex-wife, and she put something on Facebook and I had to go with her. Listen, baby, that's not professional at all, especially when you're wrong. Don't do that. Be a man or a woman and pick up the phone and go back to number 2, which is having a communication. Have communication. If more children's parents would have communication, you would have a better bond with the child and the parents, and you would probably watch this. Even though you don't, the both parents may not be in the household, you still can have a 2-parent household. The 2-parent household doesn't mean that we always have to be in the same room or the same area. It could be a 2-parent household when both are active, both are cordial, and both are operating at the best interest of the child. That's what it's supposed to be. There's no such thing as one doing more than the other, because there's going to become a time where, guess what? That other person is going to have to be leaned on. My father, I'm going to be honest with you. My father, we did not have a relationship until my 20s. When we was growing up, it was all my mama. It was all my mama. There's a time and a place, because when it got to a point to where my father was most needed in my life, then guess what? She had to give me up and go transition to be with my dad, who transitioned me into being the man that I am today. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I promise you I'm a lot better if that transition hadn't happened. So sometimes you got to just give it up. You got to say, wait, hold on. No, I'm not going to get on, because I know there's going to be a time where your daddy or your mama going to have to take over. But you can't do that and you done trash this man's name. Because I don't care who you are. If you trash my name, I'm coming for you. There is no love for you. I'm telling you right now. Because a man will tell you the only thing I got is my name and my word. That's all I got. So if you trash that, then guess what? What else do I have? So I'm going to hang on to my self-respect. I'm going to hang on to my dignity. That's why, no, don't quit involving other people in your baby daddy and your baby mama drama. If you got something to say to him, go back to number 2 of this list. And you need to go talk to him or you need to go talk to her. But quit involving people that he may have to see. And now you are severing relationships with other people that and it ain't even got nothing to do with them. Okay? And the last reason why out of the top 5 why people have baby mama and baby daddy issues, you're going to love this one, is because you still love each other. I'm telling you right now. It's because you still want to be with each other. Listen, you would be surprised how many relationships or paternity counseling sessions I have had. And the bottom line is you still want to be with him. You still like her. You still wish that was you in the bedroom with her instead of the other dude or the other lady. You still wish things would have worked out. And I know we don't want to talk about that, but that's the truth. That is the honest to God truth. You think that y'all should still be together. And because y'all still think y'all should be together, that creates hostility when you're not together and you see the person that you wanted to be with somebody else. So now it causes drama. But watch this. It doesn't only cause drama. It also causes something that starts with a T that rhymes with drama, and that's called trauma. Because emotionally, psychologically, and even spiritually, it causes dead weight, and you now begin to operate in a manner that is not conducive with the child. Because now it's selfish. You know, and I actually could have added a number 6 to this and called it selfishness. But my time won't allow it. We could keep going on and on and on why people have baby mama drama and baby daddy drama. But those are the top 5 reasons. The first one is you don't have God in your life and you don't operate according to the scriptures like you putting on. Because if you did, you would be able to go to your brother and talk to your brother. And then if you didn't work out with your brother, you would involve another mediator. And then, you see what I'm saying? And then you would take it to the church. But because you don't go through the scriptures, you don't deal with God the way you're trying to put on like you deal with God, guess what? You stay in a worldly capacity, and now cussing and talking about something is something you love to do. The second thing is there's no communication. Y'all don't want to talk to each other. You want to talk about each other, but you don't want to talk to each other. You don't want to reach a conclusion like 2 grown adults should actually be doing, okay? I'm just being honest with you. Number 3, no support. No support. And I'm talking about not just financially, but I'm talking about spiritually, physically. Don't you understand you can help a child just as much spiritually as you can financially? And we forget that. I get bills need to be paid. I understand that. But what about a person's peace of mind? What about their soul? What about their morale? My son was dealing with some issues, behavioral issues. So it would have behooved, I'm glad I support him spiritually and psychologically, because guess what? That's more important than the money that I send him. And some things are more than money. You got to understand that, y'all. The 4th thing, watch that. Let me see, 1, 2, 3. The 4th thing is look, I done already forgot. The 4th thing is that y'all, well, it could be 4th or 5th. You can interchange it, but the 4th thing is y'all still want to be with each other. Y'all still want to be with each other. But really, the 4th thing is, just to tell you, but it really should be, y'all should want to be with each other. But the 4th thing is, you put too many other people in your stuff. He wasn't a baby daddy until your mama got to talking about him crazy. He wasn't a bad baby mama. She wasn't a bad baby mama until your sister got on her case and started talking about her. Because you didn't involve the whole neighborhood and the whole family. So when she come to pick up her child, guess what? They think she a slut or a prostitute because you done talked about her so bad. And she ain't never told her side of the story. They don't even know that you part of the cancer that caused the relationship to dwindle. But because that's your family and you done involved, she can't even pick up her child in peace. Or he can't pick up his child in peace. Why? Because you done involved too many people. You got folk talking about him, putting innuendos and secretive messages on Facebook. And guess what? He don't even know these people. But because you done ran your mouth. And the 4th and the 5th thing, and I'm going to go ahead and add a 6th thing because, it is what it is the fact that y'all still love each other. For real. When I was going, listen, and y'all know me, I'll throw myself under the bus because that's the type of show I got. But when I was dating my wife now, one of the reasons why it took me so long to start like dating my wife and get in a relationship, because I still had feelings for my son's mother. And I told my wife now that, hey, listen, I can't be with you because I still want to be with her. Even though we fussing and fighting, even though we cussing each other out, guess what? I still want to be with her. And she still want to be with me, because when I got with my wife, guess what? Now you want to be with me. It's all because, hey, we really love each other. Whether the timing is bad or whatever. But we going to fuss and fight because that's how some people communicate. You understand what I'm saying? And the sixth thing is it's just selfish. If you say you got baby mama drama or baby daddy drama, you selfish as all get out. You are selfish. If that man don't support financially but still want to see his child and you say no until you learn to pay child support, you are selfish. If you are saying that woman ain't no good for her daughter or her son just because she out there living her life, and you go out there and put her out there as a thought and a prostitute, and that's what goes around, and now her daughter believes that's who her mama is, you are selfish. You are selfish. Doesn't matter to me who you are selfish. So listen, man, I pray that this stuff helped you guys, man. We're going to do like a part 2 of this as well. Listen, make sure that you guys share this with your friends, family members, man. Make sure that you go and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Bishop Chronicles Podcast, where every single Monday, man, we drop a show on Bishop Chronicles Podcast. But listen, I'm going to continue this with Daily Manna, man, because I believe this is an interesting topic, and no one wants to talk about it. No one wants to deal with the baby mama, baby daddy drama issue. Nobody wants to deal with it, all right? But I'm going to deal with it, all right? So listen, man, I love you guys, man, with the love of the Lord. Do me a favor, man. Make sure, if you can, man, make sure you go get the Get Pumped Up Theory, and also Unlocking Your Purpose-Giving Culture at Amazon.com. Please also make sure, if you want to be a sponsor of our show, make sure just give me hit me up. 214-325-3529. If you want to work on the show as an intern or volunteer, you're more than welcome to do that. Whether you want to do videography, whether you want to do audio editing, whether you want to do lighting, whether you want to be a producer, director, hey, let me know, all right? I'm taking on all gifts and talents, okay? And if you want to be a supporter of the show, listen, all I'm asking people to do is $6 a month, or you can give a donation to help us get the equipment we need and continue to provide you guys with a stellar show, man, that's going to go all across the globe. You're more than welcome to do that at Cash App, Dr. Holly Mays. Listen, I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for rolling with me this morning, man. Make sure you guys check out Dallas Confidential TV tomorrow at 2:30. We are dealing with, a crazy topic. I'm not going to even spoil it, man. It's a crazy topic, but I want you guys to deal with it. I want you to roll with us, man. I really want you guys to tune in tomorrow, man, because I believe this is going to be a very controversial show. But I believe it's a good show, and it's a conversation and dialogue that needs to happen over a widespread situation. So, listen, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Love you guys with the love of the Lord. Remember to uplift Christ wherever you go. And do me a favor, make the rest of your day the best of your day. I am out of here. Peace.